Hey, what's going on, yo? Early in the AM. Early in the AM. Woo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Things to do out here. Oh, man. I wish y'all could see this body that I'm talking about, man. Woo-wee. I don't know what it is, but I'm smiling and the sun just popped out. You understand me? It's a good day. It's a good day. I ain't gonna tell you why, but it's a good day. You know, every time I open my mouth, something contrary happens to a brother. You see? So I have to be cool, but what I can tell you, I can share something with you, though. I'm talking about this body they call vanity. You see, vanity. What is vanity? You see, I only know the vanity that door that I walk through. You see, I only know that door that I walk through. You see, I don't know what the other people talk about when they talk about vanity or what's in somebody's book. I just want to share my life with the peoples about what vanity is. You see, in my world, going to school, I had two things. You see, a negative and a positive. Everywhere I went, you see, I had these negative and positive poles. If mother couldn't afford no clothes, mother or father couldn't afford no clothes for us, you see, I cut school. You see, if my brother's clothes didn't fit him no more, I made sure I wore them to the best of my ability. You see, his clothes, you see, his clothes, my brother's clothes. My brother had some sharp clothes. He knew how, he was like my mother. He knew the name brands. You see, he knew the name brands. What did I have for my mother? My mother was sharp when she had it on. You see, you know, shit, you see, I'm a man. I'm growing up as a male, a man, young man. You see, I'm primping. I ain't going to school. I'm primping. I'm trying to get me a girlfriend. You see, I'm trying to find me a girl so I can give her a kiss. You understand me? You see, I'm trying to have all that. You see, all that shit carried with me. You see, throughout high school and things. You understand? You see, before I go to school, there was the next door neighbor had a van. You see, now I already done looked in the mirror because I had just, put some perm in my hair. You see, I don't know why I could just use Vaseline, but I wanted to be like everybody else. I'm in Oakland. What you talking about? You see, you see, this the city of players, but I wasn't trying to be a player. I was GQ. You see, I was GQ with it. You see, yeah. I'm looking in this mirror of this van every morning before I go to school, make sure I'm primping. You see, making sure that my part is laid down in proper lot. You think I'm bullshitting? You see, all that type shit. This is vanity I'm talking about. You see, all that vanity, listen, let me tell you something. I wasn't worried about what they was trying to teach me in school. My concentration wasn't on that. You see, my concentration was on looking a certain way. You see, looking presentable. You see, I'm watching everybody else. You see, sharp in the motherfucker, but they had a foundation. They had a foundation. You see, they can go over there to their homie and shit and talk to them about elementary school. You see, they knew the lands of this new town 2,000 miles away. You see, they knew the lands. You see, they have history, bloodshed, all these type things. You see, I'm a newcomer. You see, I'm a newcomer. But at the same time, you see, I want to be pretty like these motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? Gangster pretty motherfuckers, I'm telling you. You see, you know, ask all these brothers from Oakland, these gangsters from Oakland. You see, they used to see these pretty motherfuckers on the corner of 82nd Avenue. I think it was 82nd Ave and MacArthur Boulevard. You see, yeah. And we used to sit on the corner of 82nd Avenue, you see, and watch the buses from Skyline High School come down, you see, and all the people on the bus. They used to love to see the GQ boys on that corner, boy. I'm trying to put something in you. You see, yeah, they did. Yeah, this is vanity. You see, this is vanity. It was vanity for me. You see, it was vanity for me. I was trying to prove something to the boys that I was around. You see, and all them niggas graduated from high school. She says went to college and shit, whatever. You understand me? No, not me. Not me. I'm trying to get me a girlfriend. I'm trying to get some girls in my life. You see? Shit. I'm 1 year out from being a virgin, nigga. You see? Shit. You know? all these type things, you see, was a hell of a stepping stone. And it led right into the house of adultery. Oh, I became an individual who had an adulterous nature. You see, my nature was adultery. You see, was adultery. You see, I couldn't have just one. You see, I didn't have the know-how or the knowledge or the wisdom, you see, to introduce my wife to the side chick or the other side chick or the other side chick. You see, I'm not talking about what happened in her world or their world. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about myself. You see, what I felt. You see, immature. You see, nothing. All these things was given to me young. You see, young. You see, I had to put on those clothes. I had to put on the housing. I had to do all those type things. I had to become all this shit. You see, I had to die in all of it. You see, had to die in all of it. You see, had to understand it. You see, I had to understand it. Now, mind you, energy don't die. Just the flesh dies. So that's what died. You see, that's what died. The flesh. Is the brain fleshy like? Is the heart fleshy? I'm just talking to you. You see, I was a fleshy motherfucker. You see, listen to what I'm trying to say to you. You see, listen to what I'm trying to say to you. Just imagine you going through all your life with nothing. You see, just roaming, trying to find your way, trying to find understanding. You see, trying to pull out the things that you know you're born with, you know you can do. But you're trying to find some grounds. You didn't know that's what you was doing. You had to discover that understanding as you grew in this wisdom. You see, you had to meet wisdom. You had to fuck her. You see, while she's sitting up there calling you a fool. You see, laughing in your face. You see. But I still bow down to her. You see, so she can open some of these damned canals that's inside of my brain. You see, the lower brain I'm talking about, you see. She taught me how to shit this shit out. You see, but even though I was learning as I was walking, even though I was learning as I was talking, I still couldn't put in motion what I need to do, you see, for myself. You see, how you gonna be 21 years old and think you're gonna raise a family and you ain't cleaned your house out? You see, there are people that'll say, or try to tell you what to do and how to do it, but you ain't hearing that shit because you fight with this negative and positive thing. You see, you fighting with this human shit. You see, you're gonna have to die in something. You prepared to die in it. You see, how long is it gonna take you to unalive all these things? You see, they gave you a broken glassy road. You see, to where you gotta, ooh, shit, ooh, goddamn, shit, damn, I can't get there, damn, it's right, fuck, ooh, shit, so I gotta go back, I gotta bandage this shit up, fuck. You see, imagine going through that shit for years. You see, you getting married because you thought that was the proper thing to do because you got your wife pregnant. You see, you got her pregnant. You see, so you thought that was the thing to do. You see? And you did it a second time. You got divorced from that one, you did it a second time. Ain't no angels around here. I wasn't in the vicinity of angels and shit. I told you I was in the vicinity of pimps and players. I wasn't a pimp, I wasn't a player. I just wanted some coochie. Fuck money. You see? Fuck money. Why did I want some coochie? Why did I want this shit? Shit. It was in my house. Magazines and shit. Magazines. You see? All this type shit. You know? I learned about the Caucasian's vagina before anything else. I just saw a big ass motherfucking dog. Yeah. That's a big ass pit. Great, go in the garage, Great. Go in the garage, Great. Go home, boy, go home. That motherfucker gonna jump the fence. Carry your ass home, go. Great. Go, get in the house, boy. Go home, boy, go home. Girl, go home. Damn, Gray, that's why they be kicking your ass, nigga. You sitting right here. I'm gonna blast that motherfucker. He come back over here. I don't know who that's a girl. She was a big motherfucker, I don't know. Blast that motherfucker. Watch. I'm saying, come over here. Look, I'm trying to look. Gray didn't turn his head. He didn't say shit. He worrying about me feeding him and shit. You know, he's doing exactly what I used to do with my life. You see, I'm saying danger coming and shit, and you won't even pay attention to it because you want some coochie. You see what I'm saying? Danger coming about to eat Gray and shit. He just sitting up there like, nigga, I'm trying to die. Leave me alone. You see? Motherfucker come back around here, he getting this motherfucker in. Watch. That was a big ass pit. I don't know. Boy, you better pay attention, boy. But yeah, man, I'm trying to tell you something, man. This shit is heavy. This is some heavy stuff, man. It's some heavy stuff. You see, it's some heavy stuff. Especially when you don't know, when you really don't know what's going on. You see, you're young and shit. And then when time comes to realize what you're doing, and then you seeing all your energy and all the things that you know that will help you develop and grow into a respectable man. You see this shit. You see that you don't have nothing. You see that you don't have all that type shit. How do you see it? How do you see these things? How do you see that you don't have nothing? You see it through your children. You see it through your children. You was given the senses to feel how it feels to be around these children, these babies. You see, you felt this shit. You wanted to do. See, you was yearning to do. But you put yourself in this position to where you fishing for minds that's almost similar to yours. You see, you knowing what you do, you doing it in secret. They knowing what they do it in secret. This is who's in your world. You see, you out searching for yourself down below in a female form, getting them pregnant. You want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? This is your entertainment. But in the long run, you dying, and you don't see that you dying. You don't see that you dying. And then you got all these people trying to tell you what to do and how to do it and all this other type of shit. But you know on inside there's something more, but they ain't talking about it, so you ain't listening to these motherfuckers. You ain't listening to nothing that they talking about. You see, I'm trying to put something in you. You don't hear nothing that they say. You see, all these things are entrapped inside of your temple. You see, trapped inside of your temple. You're going to have to go step by step, you see, in your development. I'm 56 years old, nigga. 56 years old, just coming into this understanding that I should have had when I was in my 20s. You see, from those I came from. You see, it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way. I had to learn this shit on my own. I had to bleed in it. You see, I told you I had to die in this shit. You got to die in it. Stay alive. Just know that you got a purpose. Know that you got something. You see, know that you have something that's way greater than the bullshit that you're doing out here. Know that shit. You have to know it. I don't give a fuck if you can't do it. Just know it. Hold on to it. Because it's going to move you away from certain shit. You see, and you're going to hear the words. You're going to hear the people say, oh, that nigga's weak. Oh, he ain't shit. Fuck him. He's a bitch. They're going to say it all, but goddamn it, you just keep walking. Keep walking. Keep talking to yourself. You see, while you trying to find some coochie. It's why you trying to find some endo. You see, I'm trying to put something in you. You see, these are the things that was coupled inside of my life. You see, caused me to have a $30,000 to $20,000 arrears. You see, had to have it all. You see, I had to have all this shit that was placed upon me. How strong am I? Why did I hear this weak shit? And niggas like me don't survive. You see, I had to find my strength. I had to praise the Lord. I had to praise whoever that was guiding me, that was giving me grace to walk and to breathe and to live again. You see, and to keep living again. You see, and to live again. You see, and to live again. You see, because I keep dying in. You see, I keep dying in this shit. I keep living in this shit. So when you get my age, you get 56 years old, you look around, nigga, you don't have nothing but your soul and your spirit. You see, you got a roof over your head and you grateful for everything. You see, you grateful for everything. And these little bitty bugs keep on coming over here talking to you and shit. You, you see, keep talking to you, your palm be itching. You see, your palm of your hand keep itching and all this other type of shit as you moving across the land. You see, moving across the land. You see, I learned all these things, raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. You see, had to go 2,000 miles to get beat down. You see, in the land they call Cali, in Oakland. You see, all that type shit, man. You see, and when I failed in that motherfucker, I came to my mother's home and failed in this motherfucker. You see, you see what I'm saying? Shit. But for some reason, he's giving me insight. I ain't read no motherfucking books. I ain't go to your school. You see, none of that type shit. I just went through the struggles. I went through the pains of this shit. I felt it. And I kept myself alive. You see, because I knew that I had something greater than what I was performing out this motherfucker. You see? So who can hear a cry? Or who can hear a testimony from a motherfucker like me? You see? Who can hear this shit? You see? How you gonna turn your back? You see? You see, all these things that I went through, it's as if I'm in this motherfucking world by myself, and all this shit I see, from the negative and the positive, all this shit is mine. These are my children. You see, all this shit, motherfuckers on Facebook, YouTube, social media, all this shit is mine. You see, everything that I experienced in my life, growing up, in my development, you see, they doing it in the open. You see, they doing it in the open. You see, they do everything I just described to you. It's all in the open. All the shit that was inside of me, I'm seeing this shit on the outside of me. You see? With my blue shoes. You see? Listen. I laugh and I chuckle for keep from crying. You see? I don't, listen. I'm just here talking to you. I'm here trying to lift me up. Because there are not too many. You have to be, a lot of motherfuckers want you to be shy. They want you to be already prepared and then tell your story. No, I'm going to tell your story. I'm going to tell my story from the mud, motherfucker. You see, I'm going to tell my story dirty. You see, I'm going to tell it dirty. I'm going to tell my story the way I am. Right now, in this very moment, you see, I'm coming to the people. You see, the way I am. You see? With my righteousness and my abomination. You see, that's what the people gonna get. You see, that's what they gonna get. You see, just imagine being a certain way. Just imagine this, you being a certain way. Or you was used. You see, and all of a sudden, when you get enough wisdom, or you went through enough of this foolishness, you see, you learned how to see the shit, how to hear the shit, how to smell the shit. You see, you learned it. You see, you went through it. You experienced it. You see, you had pain from it. You see, you experienced hell for over 30 motherfucking years. you was in the pit of hell. You see, not a cell. I said hell. Here is all here. You see, a mindset shit or a state of mind. You see, you hear what I said? I said a state of mind. You see, with an E. You see, after the N. I'm just trying to talk to you. See, you gotta talk out loud. You gotta raise your voice. You gotta talk strong and firm to let your use, you see, who's rooting for you, hear you talk. You see, hear that you're sincere. You see, about getting your wings back. You're sincere about getting your elevation back to where you're supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? People seeing this old guy, you know, whatever, with no teeth fucked up, they call it all this other type of shit. You see? But I'm 30 years old around this motherfucker. I don't age. I don't age, motherfucker. You just seeing my pain. You seeing my struggles. You see? Now, after all of this stuff I had, I woke up this morning and said, well, God dog it. I created a whole open space. It ain't nobody around me. All this free space, it ain't nobody around. God dog. When I came into myself, put it like this, my celestial self, shit. I don't got to say shit to nobody. But listen, all this, all of it, it just opened up. And you got this whole space and ain't nobody around. You see people, but you have nobody around. You see people, but there's nobody around. You seeing people, but there's nobody around. And all that I see are all of my spirits, all these little things you see around me, outside and inside, ready to work for me. And now I have to learn on how to train all these beings that fed me water, that kept me alive. These clouds, motherfucker. You see, I come with these clouds. You see, who you know come with these clouds like Jay do. Who you know, you see, you can't get, listen, I don't care what you talking about. I don't care what you thinking. You see, I don't care what you thinking. You see, I'm ready to go to war with you. I'm ready to go to war with you when you're talking about this Jay. You see, when you're talking about this Jay, I'm trying to tell you, I'm ready to go to war with you. You see, you got the book, I got the spirit. You got the books, I got the spirits. You see, so I ain't worried about what you're talking about. I ain't worried about it. You see? Yeah. This buddy I'm talking about took over continents. You see, and he did it in the atmosphere. You see, he did it in the atmosphere. You see,